Hi guys, this is the second part of a series of tutorials that will in the end teach you how to beat a hard AI. This is the 250 system galaxy and we haven't even begun yet. Okay, so these are the designs that you should have already edited. I mean, here we've only got the colony ship and the fighter edited because that's all I did in my last video. However, I'm going to import the designs that I use personally to beat the hard AI. Okay, as you can see, this design's fairly similar to what I've shown you in the last video. It's just that I only have one railgun and I have slightly more thrust on my ship and less flight time. I just sort of, I don't really worry about that too much because the method that I'm going to demonstrate, the research comes quite quickly after about 5 or 10 minutes, so you don't have to worry about it too much. But I basically added armor plates to everything. For this I added a buzzard ramjet. Yeah, there are a few design tweaks that I've got in here, but yeah, it's up to you to design a ship that suits you. So moving on, we'll take a look at the research that you're going to need to start your first colony. Alright, so that's on material sciences at the moment, which is pretty freaking pointless. Switch it to metallurgy, do that for one level, hold down your control key and then click on general sciences. If you hold down control, it will queue up each thing that you click on as a research. So I click on metallurgy, control click general sciences, and what it'll do is it'll research one level of metallurgy and then it'll go to general sciences, and if you don't have the automate research box ticked, it will continue to do general sciences until you tell it otherwise. So let's start this game up. And what do we got? 22. It's normal. Okay, well, I have looked online for different build orders and things like that. I did originally do something that someone told me on a forum, which was remove one metal mining complex and put in 2 scientific laboratories and 2 spaceports. But these days all I do is I just add 2 scientific laboratories and 1 spaceport because it just makes it simpler. However, there was a good thing that this same person said. I can't remember who it was, I'm so sorry. Wait until your metal reaches max before you build your first colony ship, and as you can see, the metal is at maximum at the moment, so we'll go ahead and build our first colony ship. Now while that's building, you'll notice that your metallurgy has actually been researched to 2. So straight after this is built, you want to queue up the renovation. Now I'm not sure if there is a button in here that will let you renovate just that particular planet. So yeah, I just come into here though and I click renovate all structures, and as you can see, it's renovating all of the structures now, and we have a colony ship. I think that it's simpler just to let it colonize the other biggest planet in your system. I mean, it doesn't really matter that way, but this is something that you have to do. Switch off the new colonies use governor for the time being. because when that colony ship gets there and colonizes that planet, you want to be able to give it a build order that is going to help your economy so that you can colonize faster. Alright, so the next thing you need to do, switch on your repeat queue and queue up one scout. Leave that building for the time being and let the scouts go out and explore. Alright, so that colony ship has just colonized this planet. Now what we need to do is take a look at the amount of minerals that are on the planet, and I actually have queues that are set up specific for each planet. I'll show you the 25 mil planet. The metal mining complex, electronics factory, advanced components, city, spaceport. Alright, we'll clear that queue. We'll load up the one that's specific for this planet, and it is the 75 mil planet. You see you've got the same start, however you start with a city, metal mining complexes, electronics factory, and advanced component factory immediately after that, and another city. Now once it actually does all of that, you should have a good enough economy so that you can build yourself another colony ship and start another colony. But you could also do it before then if you really feel that it's necessary. What you don't want in this game is to be resource locked. When it's like that at 0, you have to come in here to your civil acts and you have to fuck around, and it's just annoying. So yeah, and I'll switch it on to an academics campaign for the time being. Things build slower, but you earn more resources, and at the moment resources is what's lacking, not labour, so we'll leave it like that for the time being. Right, so we got the scouts, and they're scattering throughout the galaxy as we speak. You may have noticed that I actually switched off the repeat to stop the building of the scouts. They just build so fast that you can do it that way. And they will go out and explore all of the planets that you need, because you're going to need to expand as quickly as possible. If you don't, you just fall behind. Now that actually looks like a good planet. 88.7 million ore, cavernous. So you auto-colonize this planet. Now if you build another colony ship at this point, it is going to want to colonize that planet. This can cause you problems because that planet is not as big as the other one, doesn't have as much resources as the other one, etc. ad nauseam. So what you want to do is build your colony ship. We'll just wait a moment while that happens and twiddle our thumbs. Alright, here it is. Now you have to immediately send that to that system, because if you don't, it's just going to want to colonize that planet, and it will do that automatically unless you remove it from the blueprint, and that can cause you problems too, because if you forget about it and you start pumping out colony ships, they will just hover around the planet that you built them on, and they won't do anything even if you've said that you want to auto-colonize other planets. So now that it's heading over there, you can send it to that planet, and when it gets there, you do the same thing that you did with this planet, which is just load your construction queue. Now if you need to do all these setups and things like that, it's best that you use a trivial AI, because it really doesn't matter. You can beat a trivial AI so easily, and I'm sure that most of you watching this already know that. So yeah, but set up your build queues for each one, and also once it reaches the end of that queue and you have enough resources, put in some research scientific laboratories, and that will help boost your research a lot. where are we? Okay, so general sciences is 4. I usually take that to 5, and then I'll do 2 in metallurgy, 3 in economics, 3 in cargo storage, 3 in ship construction, then put it back on general sciences. Just so that you know, that's the research order that I use. I mean, other people have different strategies, but I find that that one's pretty effective. Oh, once your general sciences reaches 8 to 9, possibly 10, just hit the automate research button, and it'll just pump all of those up so fast. I mean, you don't even have to worry about those unless you're being attacked by pirates or something like that. But these buttons, the little question marks, click them, find out what they do, and you will be surprised. Anyway, the next movie that I'm going to make is Pirates and Remnants. I'm going to show you how to deal with that little problem as you're fighting an AI. See you later.